Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're dying. It's gonna be interesting.
Starting on coordinates, we have number 5, Aiden. Oh, just kidding. Ignore that. Number 6, Marcus Eldridge. Number 7, Kurt Lindhorst. Number 8, Luke Gasson. Number 23, Quinn Fishel. Number 24, Matthew Warnick. And starting in goal, number 29, Ryan Troy. And now, please welcome to the ice your starters for the Tennessee Ice Vols. We have starting on left wing, number 7, Adam Carter. Starting at center, number 40, Pete Bunch. At right wing, number 25, Jack Engineering. At right D, we have Blake DiGenova. On left D, we have Shane Koska. And in goal, number 30, Brandon Shaw.
I do. If there's one.
And now please rise for the national anthem, presented by Air Force ROTC.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Knoxville Civic Coliseum and Auditorium for Game 2 between the University of Tennessee Ice Vols and the Ole Miss Rebels.
Hello everybody, I'm Matthew Mikulak, the color commentator.
And I'm Dominic Webster. We're looking, hopefully, for the Ice Vols to pull out a win here. Difficult loss Friday night at the hands of an overtime winner from Ole Miss.
Yeah, it was just a really sloppy effort overall. Tennessee really looked good on the power play throughout the game, but 5-on-5 they were struggling. Couldn't get the puck out of their own zone, too many turnovers. We'll see if they're able to regroup. Maybe we'll see some line changes tonight, maybe in the defensive pairing. They're going to need a lot to get through this game tonight.
Carter, Bunch, Engineering, Kokoska, and DeGenova are your starting lineup for the Vols, with Shaw starting in net. Puck drop coming up. One back by Ole Miss, where Troy that plays it for Lindhorst. Back down now where Lindhorst plays it. Over to Eldridge. Good pass block there by Engineering, but Ole Miss comes away with it. Young with it now. Still has possession and leaves the Ole Miss end and flips it into the Tennessee zone near corner. Kokoska on it, sends it for DeGenova, and up for Adam Carter. Nick Carline now with the puck. Waits for a change for his team. DeGenova has possession and gets it into the Ole Miss end, wraps it all the way around Troy. Irwin on it now. Has it leave the zone. Damewood with the puck, fires it up, out of the zone. King unable to play. Irwin there for Ole Miss. Whitwer trying to leave the zone. King holds the line. Fires a shot blocked there by Young, as King fires it off the side of the cage once again. Damewood holds along the half wall, comes out of the zone now. Ogle unable to play. Paulhart with the puck up for Damewood. Carline takes it instead. Carline just gets it inside the Ole Miss zone, where Whitwer plays it right back out into the neutral zone. Play is on sides, and a big hit there on Baker by Drew King. Puck comes all the way down. Troy lets it go around. Eldridge up to Baker along the half wall. Battle for it there. Damewood holds the line. Sends it all the way down, where Marino picks it up. Marino takes a shot there from Pellegrino. Huey on it now. Magazzini chips it back down where Pellegrino plays it up to Milson. Milson chips it out into the neutral zone where Damewood plays it and regains the zone and chips it behind Troy. Pellegrino hit hard there by Lundy. Puck comes free and Eldridge fires it up out of the zone as it goes down for an icing as Paulhart beats Paolo to the bottom of the circle.
All right, the keys to the game for tonight, or this afternoon. Volunteers really need to clean up their area in their own defensive zone. Play smart, get the hockey IQ up a little bit here. Last week, or the other night, killed them with the turnovers, so they got to play smart. And second key of the game is entering the opponent's zone. They really had no chemistry at all the other game, so tonight they're going to really have to rely on their teammates. Get open, make some smart passes, and keep it up.
Engineering loses it to Eldridge as Huey, as Milson comes away with it in the Ole Miss end and sends it all the way down into the near side corner. Big hit there by Tolk on Paolo. Battle for it now. Paolo fires a shot twice, both saved by Shaw, as Adam Carter comes away with it for Tennessee, taken off the puck by Doherty. Centers it for Paolo as Shepard comes away with it. Shepard wraps it behind Shaw, trying to get it up to Whitwer. Carter takes the puck and gives it over to Tolk. Tolk loses it as Doherty wraps back around, trying to center it for Palau. Chipped all the way down by Carter, where Lindhorst picks it up. Lindhorst up to Paolo. In the neutral zone now, Whitwer plays it down. And Kokoska plays it up for Nick Carline. Nick Carline fires a shot. Saved with the head of the goalie. Carline with it now in the opposite corner. Gives it to Ogle. Ogle fires a shot as the goalie kicks the net off its pegs with 6:20 left here in the first period.
Tennessee wearing their smoky grays this afternoon. It's a nice look, one of my favorite jerseys. And you got Ole Miss wearing the reds, as usual.
King to take the face-off for Tennessee and wins it back to DeGenova. Storner taken out by his own player's stick there looking for a tripping call. King chips it up and out of the zone. Comes right back in off the stick of Irwin. Carline unable to control in the zone as Shaw wraps it all the way around where Pico plays it. Ogle now with the puck streaking down the right-hand side. Ogle dances around the defenseman, still loses possession now in the near corner. Storner gives it up for Irwin, and Irwin chips it up for Pico. Pico plays that out of the air, but taken off of it by Kokoska. Kokoska now behind Shaw. Chips it up off the boards for Carline. Carline's all by himself. He's got a man to his left now. Fires a shot, saved there by Troy. Unable to stop after that shot. And the Ole Miss defensemen have some extra words for him here with 15:23 left in the first.
That's great play there by Carline. Keep driving the net, something that Tennessee really needs to start addressing in their offensive lineup here. Obviously had a guy coming down the other side for a possible 2-on-1, but I think it's smart just to get the shots going, start it off, get this goalie start moving a little bit.
Paul Hart with the puck fires a shot blocked there by Knott. Puck now on the stick of Zegras as Paul Hart comes away with it. Eldridge sends it back in, delayed offsides. Paul Hart sends it for Magazzini. Magazzini unable to play. Knott with it now. And sends it back into the Tennessee zone behind Shaw, where Damewood picks it up. Damewood wraps it around for Lundy. Lundy off the boards for Magazzini. Magazzini gains the zone. Magazzini taking off the puck there as Knott makes his way into the Tennessee zone, taken off the puck by Paul Hart. Magazzini bodied by Zegras. And Marino comes away with it. Lundy streaking. Lundy runs Whitwer into the boards. Tennessee fans, student section, like that hit. Hit there behind the net from Huey. Zegras to Huey now. Damewood on Huey. Into the corner. Paul Hart, massive hit on Huey. And takes the puck from him. Chips it up where it's played by Milson. Over to Lindhorst, fires a shot, saved there by Shaw. Puck now with Whitwer, fires a shot blocked by Bunch. Damewood chips it up out of the zone. Whitwer sends it right back in. Paul Hart on the puck behind Shaw. Doherty on him. Sends it up for Bunch. Bunch unable to control. Paul Hart regains possession and wraps it back around where Carter plays it. Carter sends it just too far for Bunch. Irwin on it. Takes a hit there from Engineering. Irwin on it. To the right of Troy. Over to Baker, and he fires it cross corner. Shot fired there by Shepard and saved by Shaw. Little extra in front of the net, nothing crazy. 13:20 left here in the first period.
Another player we're going to have to focus on tonight is Shaw, the Ice Vols goaltender. He had a really good game on Friday, but just really didn't have a lot of help by his defenseman, so he's going to once again have to stand tall on his toes.
Shot blocked there by King as Shepard fires another shot, gloved down by Shaw. Face off to the left as King wins it back for Sam Hale. Hale bodied by Doherty. Up for Carline, he's able to get it out as King comes away with it in the neutral zone, loses possession as Carline picks it up. Carline gets taken off the puck by Milligan. Hale trying to chip it back in. Shepard whiffs on the entry attempt. Puck still loose. Carline comes away with it for Tennessee in the neutral zone. Carline loses possession again, but Barrett's able to hold the line. Kokoska on it now, up for King. King drops it for Carline. Carline unable to control, now regains possession off the stick of Shepard. Ogle now trying to send it for Barrett as he's unable to play. Kokoska now wraps behind Shaw. Trying to send it for Marino just out of his reach. Sent all the way back in by Eldridge. Pike will fire the shot and out of play. Magazzini and Young going at it now. 12:08 left here in the first period, as both of them will be going to the box.
Yeah, they'll be going to the box here. But let's talk about how Tennessee, it seems like they've had a couple opportunities to get into the offensive zone, but they always try to make that extra move. And Ole Miss, they are just so well with their stick and their hand-eye coordination. They're able to pick up on their moves that they're making. It seems like Tennessee's just got to play almost simple hockey, whereas if you go over the zone and just put the puck on net, because Ole Miss has the answer to all their moves so far.
Face-off to the right of Shaw. Won back by Pete Bunch, where Kokoska plays it. Now for Bunch. Bunch gains the zone. Cuts to the center. Now the far side. Drops it down. Centered. Beautiful save there by Troy on DeGenova. Storner behind Troy for Ole Miss. Sends it up for Lindhorst. Lindhorst gains the Tennessee zone, gets around Kokoska. Wraps all the way around. Save there by Shaw into the far corner now.
Remember here that 4-on-4 hockey, the ice is so much more wide open here. It's, a perfect opportunity for some teams to make some moves.
Carter able to chip it down into the Ole Miss end where Lindhorst plays it. Lindhorst circling back around and wraps it for Storner. Storner unable to play, but Baker's there to play it. Back behind Troy now over to Lindhorst. Sends it all the way down. This will go down for an icing. With 10:53 left here in the first period. 46 seconds left on the matching penalties. Face-off to the right of Troy. King wins the face-off back. Paul Hart just chips it into the corner where Ogle plays it. King now trying to send it back to Ogle and does so. Ogle back down to King. Damewood in the slot. Over to Damewood now. And he wraps it all the way down. Ogle picks it up, sends it for King. King chips it out of the air. Nice save there by Troy. Big hit from King on Lindhorst. Ole Miss comes away with it. Taken off of the puck by Damewood. Damewood battling for it now with Baker. Wraps it down for Paul Hart, and he sends it all the way around for Ogle. Ogle for Paul Hart. Paul Hart through the neutral zone into the Ole Miss end. Fires a shot just wide of Troy. Puck comes out of the Tennessee zone. The Ole Miss end. As Baker regains entry into the Tennessee zone. Fires a shot saved there by Shaw. 9:55 left here in the first period.
Well, as you can tell, our voices aren't quite in tip-top shape. We went to the game last night here, Ole Miss versus Tennessee, and I have to say, it was a really cool atmosphere to be a part of. What did you think, Dom?
It was insanity, especially towards the end there when we had a quick chance.
Yep, and obviously Ole Miss came away with the W, so the Volunteers tonight right here are ready to go, trying to get a little piece of that W.
Magazzini able to hold the line as it comes out now. Shepard on it for Ole Miss in the Tennessee zone. Barrett on him. Wraps around Shaw, sends it up for Whitworth. Whitworth fires a shot blocked in front by Magazzini. Magazzini sends it up as Whitworth tips it, no icing. Marino on Whitworth as Whitworth sends it up for Doherty. Magazzini takes it from Doherty and sends it back down for Tolk. Tolk off the glass out of the Tennessee zone. Whitworth there to play it to Paolo. Paolo takes a hit from Tolk, able to get it behind Shaw though. Baker sauces it up for Engineering. Engineering comes away with it into the Ole Miss end now, taken off the puck by Eldridge. Barrett plays it down with his glove, and that'll come with a hand pass call with 8:53 left here in the first period.
It feels good. Obviously, be calling hockey games again now that we've got 1 week into the NHL season 2. It's definitely that time of year when hockey is buzzing throughout the entire world, and it's just a good feeling.
Face-off won back by Bunch to Kokoska. Kokoska sends it all the way across for Adam Carter. Carter gains the Ole Miss line. Dances to the outside. Tries to center it there as it's covered up by Troy.
You can see how active Troy is with his stick when he's playing in net. Tennessee here, they're starting to they're definitely having a way better period than they did last game, I would say. Had a couple turnovers in their defensive zone, but nothing to the point like it was on Friday. The bodies have been laid down by both teams tonight so far. It's a good first period with 8:31 left.
Eldridge chips it in behind Shaw. Kokoska on it. Gets taken out by Knott. No call. Eldridge centers it. Good stick lift there by Carter. On Mitzelfeld. Mitzelfeld battling with DeGenova. Carter comes away with it for Tennessee. Into the neutral zone now. Gains the Ole Miss line. Gets around Lindhorst. Fires a shot wide as it comes all the way out. And DeGenova plays it. Takes a hit, makes a play, gives it off to King. King gains the Ole Miss line. Sends it wide as Troy plays it back behind the net. Ogle on it for Tennessee. Ogle leaves it there for King. King circles, fires a shot blocked in front by Lindhorst. Damewood plays it down for Carline. Carline centers it. King's there to pick it up at the high slot. Fires a shot high. As Whitwer and Carline are exchanging words with 7:35 left here in this first period. We expect this to be a little bit of a chippy game after how Friday turned out. And so far, we're getting that to an extent.
Yeah, we're getting it for sure. It seems like Tennessee is getting there to that chemistry based on these new lines a little bit here, especially the defensive core. Guys like Tolk have been stepping it up so far tonight.
Damewood on it, chips it up out of the zone. Lindhorst there to play it for Ole Miss. Sends it up for Milson, all the way down for an icing with 7:19 left here in the first period.
There you see Paul Hart going back there to catch the icing. He's going to be one of your guys that you need to see a little production from tonight, especially with those two guys out in Butchko and Weeks still. Next man up is the mentality that Johnny has been preaching to his team here. So your top defensive guys are going to be Damewood and Paul Hart. You really need them to get going, hold that blue line, and make sure that the pressure is still being forced on in the Ole Miss zone.
Big hit there to the right of Troy, as this will go down for another icing. Ole Miss trying to get sneaky with their changes there, but the official catches them in the act.
Just thought of a fun idea. What if we did fantasy club hockey?
That would be insane.
If so, who are you taking in the first round? Say you got like the 5th overall pick. Who are you taking?
I have no idea.
If Butchko's healthy, I'm taking him all day.
Marino with the puck now in the near corner. Sends it up. Baker intercepts. Damewood unable to hold the line. No icing here. Ole Miss finally able to get a change. Paul Hart wraps it all the way around. Nobody home for Tennessee as Irwin plays it in the Ole Miss end. Marino drops it there for Magazzini. Takes a shot there from Irwin. Centers it. Nobody home. Backhand attempt by Marino. Puck comes free into the near side corner. Young on it for Ole Miss. Damewood takes a hit from Peichel. Peichel gets around, fires a shot. Saved there by Shaw into the far corner. Marino hit on Peichel. Young with it now at the top of the zone. Over to Lundy as Lundy chips it in. Blockered away there by Troy.
And like I was saying, we needed our defenseman to step up. What a great defensive play by Damewood. 2-on-1, hustles back, gets a stick in. Not enough for a hook or a trip. Beautiful play by the Tennessee defense.
Big hit from Duffy on Peichel there. just a couple seconds ago. Puck gets sent out of the zone as Storner plays it back for Pellegrino. Storner sends it up for Pellegrino. Duffy comes away with it. Kokoska sends it all the way down. This will be an icing. 5:25 left here in the first, still no score.
Well, the shot total right now is in favor of Tennessee, up 8-5. Seems like we're really putting our players right in front of the goaltender, getting them moving, getting them thinking a little bit. But also, our defense have had a couple of turnovers, but it seems like our team is playing as a whole today, making sure, hey, if we make mistakes, we're still not going to let them capitalize.
Clark on it for Tennessee loses possession as Eldridge fires a shot. It's tipped in front by Paolo and out of play.
Well, it was great coming into the building today, seeing everybody a little extra slow from last night's game. We all usually before a game are pretty energetic, ready to go, but today we're just sipping on coffee, trying to get a little bit of buzz back going. But since play has started, we're slowly getting a little emotion back.
Puck's wrapped around as Kokoska's on it for Tennessee. Excuse me. Ingeniery. Played up to Whitwer. And out of the zone, Ingeniery plays it. Lindhorst over to Whitwer. Whitwer trying to chip it out of the zone. Puck comes up. Carter plays it. Carter dances around Lindhorst. Unable to get the shot off. Comes out in front. Bunch bodied there by Doherty. As Paolo comes away with it for Ole Miss. Trying to send it across for Shepard. Sam Hale on it for Tennessee. Hale hooked a little bit there, no call. Baker plays it. Bunch takes him out. Nice defensive play there by Engineer to get in the way, and Sam Hale to take it away. Milson now sends it back into the Tennessee zone where Tolk plays it. Tolk up for Engineers. He chips it. No icing. Irwin on it now for Ole Miss behind Troy. Irwin plays it around King to Baker. Baker gains the Tennessee line as Paul Hart's there to play it. Baker wraps it back around Shaw. Paul Hart again to play it. Sends it up for Nick Carline. Carline by himself. Fires a shot. Saved there by Troy. Carline gives an extra shot to Huey and then tips the shot just wide. Milson on it now. Takes a shot from Drew King. Huey on it. Ogle on Huey. Puck comes free to Carline. Carline tries to play it to King. Bodied there by Milligan. Up to Paul Hart. Paul Hart fires a shot blocked in front by Huey. Damewood sends it back down into the near corner where Carline picks it up behind Troy. Huey picks it up for Ole Miss and sends it up for Milson. Milson now chips it in. Paul Hart there to play it out of the air. Paul Hart all the way over for Carline. Gets around Eldridge. Still has the puck too. Wraps it around where Magazzini chips it behind Troy. And Lindhorst plays it up. Damewood on it for Tennessee. Chips it up for Marino. Marino now. Near side. Tries to center it as Eldridge gets in the way. Eldridge sends it up out of the zone. Damewood unable to play it down with his glove. 2-on-1 for Ole Miss. Young fires a shot off the helmet of Shaw. Damewood sends it off the glass and out of play. 2:29 left here in this first period.
Well, one quick little stat for you guys so far. Tennessee's been really good in their face-offs tonight, getting 11, now 12 face-off wins tonight, and Ole Miss only having 4 on the night so far.
Whitwer chips it around. Lundy there to play it. Whitwer takes Lundy out. Magazzini trying to center it. Young on him. DeGenova trying to play it around Stroner. Kokoska fires a shot. Saved there by Troy. Storner now. On it for Ole Miss. Taken off of the puck by Magazzini. Puck comes into the Tennessee zone now on the stick of Storner. Storner in the far corner. takes a shot there from Magazzini. Dives a little bit too. DeGenova now tries to center it for Engineering as Eldridge comes away with it for Ole Miss. And Mitzelfeld plays it into Shaw. Irwin fires a shot blocked there by Engineering. Engineering has Carter to his left. Gets taken off the puck by Eldridge as he sends it out of the zone where Barrett plays it. Over to Hale now. Trying to send it for Bunch. Gets tipped. Barrett for Engineering. He chips it into the Ole Miss end where Irwin's on it. Irwin wraps behind Troy and sends it up for Knott. Knott taken off the puck by Bunch. Regains possession in the near corner. Wraps it there for Irwin. Irwin on it as Hale plays it back into the Ole Miss end, and Troy plays it behind his own net. Lindhorst now over to Knott. Knott up to Paolo. Delayed offsides here on Ole Miss. Hale now with the puck for Tennessee. Hale takes a big hit there from Doherty. Whitwer sticks a knee out on Carline, no call. Damewood with the puck now. Sends it up where Carline plays it. 3-on-1 for Tennessee. Over to Ogle. Ogle back to Carline. Carline unable to put it home. Nice save there by Troy. Ogle sends it back down. Carline the only player there. Leaves it for King now, streaking down. Back for Carline. Carline sends it up for Damewood. Nice save there by Troy. And that'll do it for us here in the first period. Score is still 0-0 and shots are 11-6 in favor of Tennessee. And we will be back in a few minutes for the intermission report. Welcome back for the second period. Solid first period by both teams as Ole Miss comes away with the puck to start this second period. Shepard on it now, battling with Engineering. Puck gets played all the way down by Doherty, no icing, and Shaw is just going to cover it up, and he gets a little snow shower there from Paolo.
Well, what did we see here in the first period? We saw some positives and negatives from both teams here. First off, Tennessee in the shot department, they're up 11-6, so they dominated on that side of the offense there. Also, their face-offs finished with 12-5 in favor of UT. So they're really taking some smart opportunities. They're playing fundamental hockey, but they still have had some turnovers. Ole Miss, they are really chippy with their stick, using it at the appropriate time. Doesn't matter if they're in the offensive zone, neutral zone, or defensive zone. And here we go, a turnover. Bunch coming in.
Fires just wide of Troy. Puck now coming out of the Tennessee zone, where Kokoska plays it around. No icing. Irwin on it for Ole Miss. Getting dogged by Bunch, sends it up for Shepard. Shepard in the neutral zone sends it all the way over for Young. Young taken off the puck by Paulhart. Carter plays it out for for Carline. Carline loses it to Young as he wraps it all the way in behind Shaw. DeGenova on it for Tennessee. Glove down by Carline. Circling around has King. Delayed offsides here. Lindhorst comes away with it. Tied up now in front of the Tennessee's bench. Ogle takes a hit from Peichel. Able to get it into Ole Miss end though. Storner now. DeGenova sends it up for Carline. Carline's got Ogle to his left and now DeGenova. DeGenova back to Carline. Carline fires a shot well wide. King plays it across for Ogle. Delayed offsides as two Tennessee players were still stuck in the zone. Up for Lindhorst now from Eldridge. Lindhorst fires a shot. Saved there by Shaw as Baker comes in with a little extra, sticking Shaw. 17:59 left here in the second period.
A good little offensive break there for Tennessee. Had a breakaway with Bunch moving in. Obviously couldn't get the puck on that, saved by the goaltender. It's early in the second period here. Another face-off won by Tennessee, so we'll add that to the stats list.
Lundy taking off the puck by Pellegrino. Sent up now. Eldridge holds the line. Loses it to Marino. Marino over to Magazzini now. Magazzini gains the zone. Plays it over for Lundy. Lundy takes a hit from Baker. Plays it down to Magazzini. Magazzini trying to get it over for Paulhart, but picked off there by Milson. Milson over to Huey. Huey now fires a shot. Blocked. Tipped in front and wide. Eldridge along the half wall. Still loose here. Marino chips it around. Eldridge gets hooked, and we've got a penalty coming up. Still getting hooked as he sends the puck into the far corner. Lundy plays it down for Magazzini. Magazzini to Marino. Marino fires a shot. Stopped there by Troy as a whistle comes up here. 17:08 as Eldridge will go to the box for hooking.
Well, Tennessee's going to go to the power play here, and based off of the last game, you had 2 goals by our captain, Drew King, here. So he's going to be the player to watch, obviously. And then you got to make sure you get your guys going. We got Bunch, Ogle, King, Carline, and I believe Kokoska.
Yeah. King down to Carline at the hash marks. Carline sets up, sends it to Ogle, back to Carline. Carline sends it back down for Ogle in the corner. Ogle wraps up. Carline trading spots with him. Down to Carline now. Carline trying to send it up for King. Bunch gloves it down. Played out there by Doherty. Wrapped down where Shaw leaves it there for Kokoska. Kokoska behind Shaw now sends it up for King. King plays it over for Carline. Unable to get there. Gets sent all the way down, no icing. Doherty on Kokoska. Ogle comes away with it for Tennessee. Gains the zone. Comes all the way around Whitwer. Sends it over for Paulhart. Paulhart over to Carline. Carline centers it for Bunch. Bunch unable to put it home. Paulhart at the hash marks now. Wraps down behind Troy. Sends it up for Carline. King wide open. Carline fires a shot. Blocker there as it goes behind it in! E.J. Paulhart puts it home off the back of Troy! That's a power play goal for Tennessee! And Whitwer is shaking up on the play for the Rebels.
Yeah, there's the guy I was talking about right there. Paulhart just put himself right in front of the net. Shot by Carline. Little dipsy doodle dangle up and over the goaltender, but Paulhart was right there to be able to tap it in. And hey, 1-0 UT on the power play. Special teams is where they thrive in.
Paulhart from Carline is how I would write that down. The goalie trying to make the save, it ramps up his blocker and over his back as Paulhart is able to play it, put it home from the crease. 15:50 left here in the second period, and it's 1-0 Tennessee on that power play goal. Irwin on it now. Big hit there from Marino. Magazzini can't play the puck. Milson comes away with it. Baker now on Damewood. Damewood takes him off the puck. Paulhart on him. Huey now with the puck in the corner. Gives it off for Milson. Off to Huey now. Huey sends it up for Irwin. Irwin unable to hold the line. Magazzini comes away with it into the neutral zone. Now the Ole Miss line. Magazzini centers it. Good stick play there by Troy and a trip there. No call. Damewood wraps it all the way down. Played there by Eldridge. Milson up for Baker. Baker fires it in wide of Shaw as Ole Miss will go for a change. DeGenova trying to play it for Bunch. Bunch ultimately comes away with it, sends it all the way across for Engineering. Engineering off to Damewood. Damewood fires it off the boards into the Ole Miss zone where it's played there by Lindhorst. Up to Peichel now. He loses possession. Damewood off the boards, not out. Puck just drops down now. Bunch plays it. Lindhorst gloves it down. Saved there by Damewood. And a big hit on Peichel. Young with it in the near side corner. Trying to wrap it down. And does so. All the way for Storner. Storner can't hold on. Big hit from Peichel. As they both go down. Lindhorst wraps it all the way around. Peichel going for a change. As Paolo comes on. Sent out of the zone. Lindhorst on his horse. Carter on him. Lindhorst wraps behind Troy. Sends it up. Tolk there to play it. Tolk over to Barrett. Barrett now sends it up. This will go down for an icing. Whoa now. 13:53 left in the second period.
Whoa, steady boy, steady. Good response. Going back to 5-on-5 here. You can see Ice Vols are starting to use their stick and feet properly. You see Carter in his own zone just trying to get it out. He does a little kick move. Make sure Ole Miss can't retain it in the offensive zone for them. And here we go.
King fires a shot saved there by Troy. And you're right, the stick play by this Tennessee team now is getting good. Better than it has been the last game in a period.
That first game was a wake-up call for Tennessee. It was astounding that they were still in it in the first place, thanks to the power play. And Drew King getting some serious goals there.
Carline getting dogged there. Puck comes free. Played up by Doherty. To Barrett. Barrett fires a shot tipped in front by Carline. And a penalty coming up here on Tennessee. It looks like.
It's going to be going to Ole Miss here.
Yep, you're right.
I believe he took Carline out from behind, which then caused Carline to go right to the goaltender. So Tennessee going right back to the power play. 1 for 1 tonight?
Yep,
so
1 for 1.
We'll see if they can keep the magic going here. I think they're going to go back to that same line, too. They're going to have Ogle, Carline, Bunch, King, and Kokosko, I believe.
Ogle, Bunch, Carline, King, Kokoska again to start this power play for Tennessee. One back by Bunch to King. King over to Kokoska. Kokoska sends it down where Ogle's there to play it. Chips it around for Carline. Carline back down for Ogle, back up to Carline now. Carline over to King. King fires a shot. Blocked it in front and covered up by Troy. I initially thought that penalty was coming to us because as soon as we touched it, they blew the whistle.
Yeah, I mean, it just happened so fast there. Carline just got, hit in the back of the numbers easily, then caused him to take the goaltender out. I liked Tennessee's game plan here. They really get control of the puck and they start spreading out a little bit. Keep patience. Get it going. Up bad turnover here by Drew King.
Young now just chips it into the opposite corner. Kokoska there to play it.
Good move by Kokoska to get back there.
Kokoska behind Shaw, sends it over for King. King plays it from his skate to his stick, over for Bunch. Bunch gains the line and drops it there for Ogle. Ogle now taken off of it by Whitwer. Lindhorst now fires it up out of the zone. 1:10 left on the Doherty cross-checking minor. 12:30 left in the second period. Carline now gets into the zone, takes a shot there from Lindhorst, and it gets sent out right back out of the zone as Paul Hart's there to play it for Tennessee at the hash marks. Paul Hart now goes behind Shaw. Young changing for Ole Miss as Huey comes on. 40 seconds remain in this power play. Magazzini now with the puck through the neutral zone into the Ole Miss end. Magazzini, wrap try. All the way around, gives it off to Paul Hart. Back down for Magazzini. Magazzini over for Damewood. Goes through the wickets. Damewood plays it in the neutral zone. 20 seconds now. Damewood circles back, waiting for stuff to get set up. Damewood over for Carter. Carter for Marino. Marino taken off of it by Whitwer. And that'll just about do it for this Tennessee power play. Damewood chips it all the way in. Eldridge on it for Ole Miss. Eldridge wraps it. And Doherty, fresh out of the box, is there to pick it up. Paul fires a shot and wide. Carter on it, leaves it there for Magazzini. Magazzini loses it to Pellegrino. Pellegrino gains the line and gives an extra shot to Paul Hart. Eldridge now for Ole Miss. Sends it for Paolo. Paolo to Huey. Huey can't control. Damewood flips it in. 11 minutes even left in the second period. Big hit there for Magazzini on Eldridge. And Carline gets hit there by Pellegrino. Eldridge up to Paolo. Trying to play it up for Shepard. Down for Carline now. Carline fires a shot off the outside of the cage. Huey on Carline. Carline sends it up for Paul Hart. Paul Hart back down. King plays it there. Takes a hit from Pellegrino. Plays it out front. Huey takes it away. And a penalty coming up here to Drew King. We will see what the penalty call is here in a second.
Looks like it's going to be for an elbow, but Drew King's trying to say, hey, I just pushed him. I just gave him a push with my hand, a little stiff arm there.
And it looks like it's going to be a 2-minute minor for elbowing on the captain. Let's see if the special teams magic is still there. Grab a shorthanded goal here like we did Friday night. Face-off won by Huey for Ole Miss. Up over now for Milson. Milson fires it. Blocked in front. Lindhorst now. Down to Storner below the goal line. Up for Baker. Baker fires a shot. Blocked in front. Milson on it now for Ole Miss. Milson chips it up for Lindhorst. Lindhorst all the way over for Baker. Baker sends it down for Storner. Back to Baker. Baker whiffs on the shot. DeGenova in front there for Tennessee is able to chip it all the way out. 9:55 left here in the second period. Minute 25 left on the Drew King minor. Puck gets sent all the way across where Baker plays it. Clark, Lundy on Baker. Milson on it now. Over for Storner. Storner in the far corner. Not doing a whole lot, just moving back and forth. Storner now makes a move behind Shaw. He's telling people where to go. Shepard cuts to the front now. Over to Milson. Milson fires a shot, saved there by Shaw. 9:24 left here in the second period.
That's a great box that Tennessee's got going here on the PK right now. But also Shaw is coming out and facing every single shot that he can. Overall, the performance of this PK has been pretty solid. Really no turnovers in their own defensive zone. Haven't really hurt themselves. They're playing smart hockey right now. And we got Paul Hart here in the corner fighting for the puck. The whistle blows. So, trying to see what the referee is saying. He's talking to Paul Hart about possibly changing or something like that. Seems like his helmet wasn't properly on. Ole Miss player.
Ole Miss player Doherty, helmet was way too loose, and that's what the ref was telling him, trying to get him to go for a change. Eldridge now for Ole Miss sends it over for Peichel to Young. Gains the zone, Shepard. Peichel chips it down. Shepard there to play it. Damewood comes away with it. Storner now for Ole Miss in the near corner, far corner, for Peichel. Peichel and Damewood going at it. Shepard now loses it to Paul Hart. Centers it up front. 25 seconds left here on this Drew King penalty. Storner there in the far corner to the left of Troy. Dogged there by Bunch. Up to Eldridge now. Eldridge sends it all the way across for Young. Young unable to control. Damewood sends it down for Paul Hart behind Shaw as he wraps it around. Eldridge holds the line. 3 seconds and King is out. Young now behind Shaw. Leaves it there for Storner. King comes away with the puck in the neutral zone. 1-on-1 with Eldridge. King still has possession. Circles back around. Dodges a hit from Peichel. Whiffs on the shot as Shepard comes away with it. Shepard now in the Tennessee zone. Gets hit there by Paul Hart. Shepard not happy with that hit. Paul Hart now sends it up for Carline. Carline gains the Ole Miss line. Sends it over for King. King just kicks it forward. Lays the body in on Zegras. Trying to get it dumped in is Whitworth. Ogle taken out there, no call. Carline just chips it in. Lindhorst comes away with it right at the top of the circle. Over for Whitworth. Whitworth trying to send it for Zegras. No icing. Not on it for Ole Miss. Plays it around as Damewood's able to chip it to the corner. Hale wraps it around. Ogle there to play. Ogle wraps it far side, not for Ole Miss, comes away with it. Drops it down for Zegras. Hale on Zegras. As Tennessee comes away with it. Chipped up out of the zone. Carline on his horse to go get it. In the near corner to the right of Troy. Takes a big hit from Whitworth. Stands up, stays up, and still has possession of the puck. Trying to get it to Tolk as he goes through 3 Ole Miss players. Over to DiGenova. Fires a shot. Masked down by Troy. Tolk over to DiGenova. DiGenova wraps it down where Magazzini plays it. Magazzini up for Tolk. Fires a shot. Carline gets cross-checked in front. Another no call. Whitworth now fires it off the glass and out of the zone. Paolo now taken off of it by Tolk. Up to Marino now. Marino trying to chip it forward for Lundy as Ole Miss gains possession. Out for Irwin now. Tolk on it for Tennessee. Takes a hit from Irwin, still has possession. Another hit from Shepard, little high. In the skates of Magazzini, he can't find him. Big hit from Magazzini on Shepard as Shaw makes a beautiful save. Marino now for Tennessee. Takes a big hit there from Milligan. Lundy sends it into the zone now. Milligan again, big hit on Lundy. Lindhorst now behind Troy. Tries to send it up for Paolo. Unable to control. Comes back in. Bunch on it for Tennessee. Carter chips it to the high slot, but Lindhorst comes away with it for Ole Miss. Wraps it around for Milson. Paul Hart now whiffs on the pass to get it out. Bunch comes away with it down to Damewood. Damewood all the way up for Engineering. Engineering leaves it there for Bunch. Bunch now fires a shot wide. Bunch behind Troy. Tries to send it up for Paul Hart. As Milson comes away with it for Ole Miss into the Tennessee zone. Fires a shot, saved there by Shaw. Baker and Damewood a little extra there. 4:55 left here in the second period.
Well, it seems like we got the heavyweight matchups going on right now. Multiple hits from both teams, really sparking the energy in this game. Real key player to watch too tonight is Bunch. He has been all over the ice. His speed is tremendous. And Tennessee wins another face-off. Paul Hart getting in there now to Bunch on the side of the boards. Pulling it up to Carter, and Carter's bringing it up to the red line, dumps it in. Carter regains the puck, passes it out front, shot, misses wide. Ole Miss chipping it back out and enters the Ice Falls defensive zone. Paul Hart behind the net with the puck, pitches it out looking for Ogle. Ogle pinches it right back, and Paul Hart's right back on it. Staying in the corner still, gives it back to Drew King, I believe. King looking for Ogle. Ogle is going in for it into the Ole Miss zone. Ogle putting some pressure on. Carline trying to get it out in front, but Ole Miss regains, but kept in by Tennessee. Finds right out in front. Shot. Save.
Nice save there by Troy, but puck is still in the Ole Miss end. King now on it at the half wall. Wraps it down for Ogle. Ogle all the way across now. Shot fired, blocked in front by Irwin. Puck to the corner now. Peichel plays it up as Tulk gloves it, but it goes out of play. 3:31 left here in the second period.
I mean, this is your top line, and they're doing top line things. They're applying pressure right in front of the goaltender. Net mount scrambles, just couldn't capitalize. Goalie was all over the place, wide open nets at multiple times. Carline is one of those players that's going to keep the puck in the offensive zone too, and then try and feed it to his guys like Drew King and Kieran Older.
Lindhorst comes away with it for Ole Miss off that face-off. Sends it all the way in behind Shaw. Battle for it behind Shaw now. Sends it up for Doherty. Lindhorst on it now. Chips it up for Paolo, and he gets rocked by Kokoska. As the puck gets chipped out of play, Magazzini and Shepard exchanging words. Right in front of the Ole Miss bench. Magazzini just laughing him off.
I mean, I wouldn't want to mess with Magazzini. The man seems like Andre the Giant out there, especially when you put skates on his feet. Just a real physical player.
Face-off going to be to the right of Shaw with 3:07 left here in the second period.
This series for Tennessee has been all by a certain line and a certain couple of players, especially like Drew King. Obviously, we got to see Paul Hart get a goal here in the early in the game here. But we want to just start spreading the scoring sheets around. We want some assists, some goals all throughout the lineup. That's what Tennessee needs to get back on track, because that's all they did last year. It was so diverse, and they were able to get it to anybody. And then on the power play and on the PK, it really was anybody's opportunity to get some goals, and they capitalized. We'll see if they're able to turn this around here.
2:55 left after that icing. Huey wins the faceoff for Ole Miss. Eldridge with the puck now chips it back in. DeGenova to play it for Tennessee. And he sends it all the way across there for Lundy. No ice here. Eldridge wraps it there for Irwin, who leaves it there for Baker. Baker now up for Huey. Kokoska takes Huey out. Puck still free. Now in the zone, now kicked out by Huey. Magazzini over for DeGenova. DeGenova trying to send it in. Stick down by Baker. Baker on it now for Ole Miss. Wraps around, centers it for Huey. Huey fires a shot, and it goes wide. And another penalty coming up here on Tennessee, this time on Kokoska. Lindhorst with the puck now. Saved there by Shaw. 2:02 left here in the second period.
Yeah, Tennessee's going to go with the PK here. They're going to need to stand strong because they're going to get their full power play. Ole Miss will with 2:02 left here in the second period.
Looks like it'll be a roughing minor here on Kokoska. We'll be right back.
(18-13) in favor of Tennessee Ice Vols for faceoffs today. Ole Miss wins that one right there, and they are on the PK. Let's go. Behind the net now, Ole Miss trying to get to somebody out front, but he has to go back and get it. 6 throws it down to the corner, looking for 63. 63 back up to the corner, to the top of the point. Deflected shot. Ole Miss still able to keep it in, and it's out. And Bunch is right on him. Ole Miss at their own blue line, looking for a pass. Gets it into their Tennessee zone. Setting up now, takes a quick shot. Shaw right there to make the save. A little scramble going on there, but Paul Hart's right there to defuse the situation.
Defensively here for Tennessee, their penalty kill has been great thus far in this game. Obviously being down twice and no goals allowed, and Shaw's covering up when he needs to, getting whistles when he needs to. $1:19 left here in this period, $1:17 left on the Kokoska minor.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Now we're getting ready for the face-off to the left of Shaw. Face-off won by Ole Miss, and it goes right out. Chasing down into the corner here. Pulls out in front, and Ole Miss has it, and they are striving forward. Tied up, Tennessee gets a stick on it, comes out, should be offsides, and it is. 59.5 seconds left here in the second period. Tennessee is on the PK at the moment. Tennessee's really hasn't given Ole Miss the opportunity to get set up yet. They're trying so many long cross-ice passes, but Tennessee's been pretty well with their wall and their stick work here, and Carter's chasing in after it in the Ole Miss zone. Ole Miss trying to gain possession and regroup, and here they go. Coming in over the Tennessee line. And then right there, Carter's got it, chips it up front. King was looking to scoop it out. King working on the battle there. Little late line change there for Tennessee. And then we got a pass that goes way far. Ole Miss recovers though. Tipped in front. Ole Miss has it in the corner. Back out to the top of the circle. One-timer, fans on it. Shot right in front, and it's a goal. The captain for Ole Miss puts it in. Shaw did not have a chance there. And with 6 seconds left, Ole Miss ties it at 1 apiece. Seemed like a really good pass to get it across ice. Tennessee wasn't able to get a stick on it and deflect it, and Shaw was already looking to his right side, therefore giving the Ole Miss captain a wide open net to put it in. Face-off won by Ole Miss, 4 seconds counting. And that will do it here for the second period. Ole Miss ties it up late in the period. Should be a good third period coming up.
We are back for the third period. Score is tied at 1-1 after the Ole Miss power play goal late there in the second period. Puck gets sent up to Engineering, and this will go down for an icing. 19:48 left here in this third period. Now we can only hope there are no botched calls here at the end that lead to debris being thrown on the ice like there was last night at the football game. We don't need a 20-minute delay. Shot fired just wide of Shaw. Irwin there to pick it up for Ole Miss at the point. Fires a shot blocked in front by Pete Bunch. Bunch now in the Ole Miss end, fires a shot wide, jumps over the stick of Troy. Pete Bunch still has possession, centers it. Carline unable to get there in time as it comes up for Peichel. Peichel now gets around Kokoska. DeGenova now. Peichel fires a shot wide. Storner on it for Ole Miss. And Kokoska comes away with it, sends it all the way across for Ogle. Ogle gets around Lindhorst. Now has to worry about Storner. And sits Peichel down. Storner now loses possession off the stick of Damewood. Paul Hart to King. And up for Ogle. Just out of his reach, no icing. Lindhorst now. Fires it around where Shepard picks it up at the blue line. Into Tennessee territory. Opposite corner dump in. Near side, Damewood sends it around for Paul Hart. Paul Hart now sends it up for Marino. King comes away with it. King now. Carline to Marino. Marino unable to control in his feet. Gets taken off the puck by Doherty. Puck free in the corner. Doherty and Marino still going at it. Puck comes free. King sends it up for Damewood. Damewood winds up, fires a shot. Save there. And just off the outside of the cage. Troy with a nice save there on the shot from Damewood. King kicks it down to Carline behind Troy. Back up to King. King now walks out from behind the goal line. Sends it all the way across for Paul Hart. Paul Hart at the blue line. Fires a shot in. Blocked in front. Eldridge now. Fires a shot saved there by Shaw. Damewood sends it out. Shepard now with the puck for Ole Miss. Fires the pass down to Doherty. Unable to control, so Damewood chips it up to Carline. And he whiffs on the exit attempt, but it comes out anyways. Irwin now. Over to Milligan. Back to Irwin. Irwin streaking through the neutral zone into the Tennessee zone. Gets taken off the puck by Damewood. Huey rubbed out there by Lundy. Baker now. Loses possession, comes free. Magazzini has it for Tennessee through the neutral zone. Into the Ole Miss end. Gets around. And no cross-checking call there on Milligan as he absolutely hammers Lundy into his own goalie. .17:02 left here in this third period.
Well, I mean, it's a 1-1 game. Seems like the power play has helped the Ice Vols once again. They got to dominate now here at 5-on-5 hockey. Let's not make any mistakes this period.
Face-off won by Ole Miss, wrapped around. Big hit there by Barrett on Milson. Talk sends it through the center. Picked off by Milson. Bunch comes away with it. Knocks the mess out of Whitwer as his helmet comes off. Second time Whitwer's helmet has come off, and Bunch absolutely ran him over.
Just a huge hit by Bunch there. Looked like the Ole Miss player was going to try and take his number, but instead, Bunch just gave him the body weight, and he went right down to the ice.
Bunch giving the little shoulder rub, dusting him off.
Yeah, the bucket came off, and the play had to stop.
Face-off outside the Ole Miss end. Bunch wins it forward, but Ole Miss comes away with it. Chipped out now. Barrett plays it down for Carter, taken off of it by Young. Puck loose, sent up for Barrett, out of his reach. Over to Lindhorst now. Lindhorst to Irwin. Irwin chips it up to Peichel. as he sends it into the Tennessee zone. Barrett on his horse. Gets hit by Young. Engineer with the puck now. Over to Bunch. Bunch fires a shot. Saved there by Troy. And Storner chips it out for Young as he's unable to play it forward anymore. Irwin now. Sends it into the Tennessee zone. Cross corner dump in into the near corner. Up and out of the zone. Carline plays it up for King. King over to Ogle. Ogle splits the defenseman, gets bodied into the boards. Young comes away with it and chips it up for Storner just out of his reach as Kokoska plays it over for DeGenova. DeGenova all the way across for King. King walking in. Fires a shot just off the shoulder of Troy. In front, Carline now. First shot, scores! Nick Carline ramps it off the stick of Troy and in the back of the net.
Sweet Carline. Bump, bump, bump. Look at that little perfect play right there. You got Drew King and Ogle bringing the puck in the zone. I was a little worried. You had 3 guys behind the net, but then Carline comes right out in front and puts it in.
15:24 left here in this third period. Score is 2-1 Tennessee. Magazzini to take the draw against Knott. Knott wins the faceoff forward. Unhappy with Magazzini there. Whitworth takes Magazzini out, no call. Knott gets around Marino and chips it in. DeGenova on it for Tennessee. Knott picks it up. Knott wraps it down for Zegras. Up to Whitworth. Whitworth fires a shot, blocked in front by DeGenova. Zegras now sends it out of the zone. Lindhorst on it to play for Ole Miss. Marino dogging him. Lindhorst sends it in behind Shaw. Up now, off the stick of Lundy out of the zone. Irwin's there to play it for Ole Miss in their own end. Gets around the Tennessee player, sends it off the shin pad of Damewood to the opposite side. Paul Hart on it now, trying to send it up to Clark. Clark comes away with it at the faceoff circle. Clark trying to send it over for Duffy. Shot fired and glove down by Troy. 14-12 left here in the third period.
Great save by the goaltender there. Had to flash the glove. Had our player coming in right through the middle. Tries to go top side. Glove snatched.
Face-off going to be to the right of Troy in the Ole Miss end. Pete Bunch on the draw for Tennessee. Paul Hart chips it back into the Ole Miss end where it's played by Milligan. Milligan lays the body on Carter, but Bunch comes away with the puck. Bunch has it by himself, fires a shot, and saved there by Troy. And a little extra here at the end.
Gotta say, I really do like this Brady Bunch line here. You never really know what you're gonna get for each shift. It could be a defensive type play, it could be offensive, always physical. It's a fun line to watch for sure.
13:58 left here in the third. Faceoff's going to come to the left of Troy in the Ole Miss end, and Bunch stays out there. Doherty, who laid the body on him after the whistle, left, or has gone to the bench.
Like I said, it's like any episode of the Brady Bunch. You never know what you're going to get.
Wraps around Engineer there to play it for Tennessee, down for Carter. Carter leaves it there, nobody home for Tennessee. Eldridge comes away with it. Puck still in the Ole Miss end. Now it comes out off the stick of Eldridge. Eldridge chips it into the near side corner. Eldridge takes out Damewood, and we got a penalty coming up here to Ole Miss.
Yep. Tennessee's going to go back to the power play. Great state work there by Damewood to keep Ole Miss from coming in on a hot offensive rush. And then obviously Ole Miss taking the penalty there. We got a hooking call here. So now back to the power play. I would have to think you're going to see Bunch, Ogle, Carline, King, and Kokosko for the third time to start tonight.
Bunch taking the face-off. as Ole Miss wins it, and Ogle comes away with it as King sends it back down. No ice, Shaw's there to play it, and he's going to cover up as Storner's on him. Minute 50 left here on the hooking minor. Face-off won by Bunch over to Kokoska. Kokoska now behind Shaw. Sends it up for Carline. Carline drops it off for Ogle, who leaves it there for Kokoska. Kokoska over for Carline, far side of the zone, as he fires it all the way around. King's there to pick it up for Tennessee. King drops it down for Ogle. Ogle up for Carline at the corner. Carline now steps to the hash marks, off to King. King fires a shot, just high. Lindhorst now fires it out of the zone, looking for Storner. Gets him. Storner now on King. Cuts to the center, fires a shot high. High over Shaw. King picks it up behind the net. King now coming out of the Tennessee zone, sends it for Ogle. Ogle on his horse, beat Whitworth to the puck. Ogle cuts around and drops it there for Paul Hart, who's going to regroup. Over now for Carline. Carline for Ogle. Loses possession as Young comes away with it for Ole Miss. Young on Paul Hart. Now Ogle. Ogle runs him into the boards, knocks him over. Paul Hart now sends it up for Carline. Carline trying to chip it to Ogle. Whitworth comes away with it and sends it all the way back down. 28 seconds left on this power play for Tennessee. Paul Hart setting up shop behind Shaw. Sends it up for Magazzini. Magazzini through the neutral zone all the way across for Damewood. Damewood now fires a shot. Saved there by Troy. Puck still free behind the net as Milligan tries to send it out. Damewood with the puck back to Magazzini. Magazzini back to Damewood. They're just playing catch right there in the corner. Up for Paul Hart. Paul Hart fires a shot wide. Even strength now as the puck gets wrapped behind Troy. And Milligan picks it up, tries to send it out. Damewood holds the line, taken off the puck by Eldridge. Paul Hart now takes a hit from Doherty. And he takes his stick. 11:15 left here in the third period.
Well, we got the shot total because of the power plays, 27-18 in favor of Tennessee. Really just having a nice offensive performance here tonight, even though the scoreboard might not show it, only being 2-1.
Face off to the left side of the neutral zone, just outside the Tennessee end. Tolk on it now for Tennessee. Sends it up for Carline as he gets run by Baker. Big hit there by Carline on Pellegrino. Wrapped around, Carline again. Hit there by Pellegrino as King takes out two guys at once in Huey and Pellegrino. Ogle chips it into the Ole Miss end now. Pellegrino on it for Ole Miss. Eldridge now loses possession to Carline. Drops it down for Ogle. Ogle sends it there. Saved there by Troy. And Huey gives King an extra shot. And now pops Carline. A little extra here, 10:40 left in the third. This will be a fun ending.
I mean, it's a close game still. Anybody's game, in my opinion. Both teams really haven't shown a huge weakness in tonight's performance. I will say, though, the face-off statistics have changed, so Ole Miss is now up 21.
Shot fired right off the face-off.
I'm sorry about that. It's even.
And saved by Troy. Face-off won by Magazzini to Marino. He sends it up for DiGenova. DiGenova fires a shot, tipped in front by Magazzini, but wide. Peichel on it now for Ole Miss. Sends it off for Young. And offsides. Ole Miss, the entire Ole Miss bench, not happy with that call.
They've been very active all game today, it seems like.
10:25 left here in the third. Magazzini and Young to take the face-off. Magazzini wins it but Young comes away with the puck on the near side wall, wraps it down. Nobody in front. Lundy gets there as Peichel fires the shot and sends it wide. DeGenova trying to send it for Marino. Milligan now over to Irwin. Irwin sends it up as Storner plays it. Over to Peichel. Peichel takes a hit, blocker down by Shaw. Magazzini now. Chips it through the middle, but it's held in by Young. Big hit there by Lundy. Young is shaken up. No call here. DeGenova to Marino. Marino unable to play it. Storner plays it up now for Paolo. Paolo off the stick of Damewood. Up to Lindhorst. Fires a shot blocked in front by Marino. Damewood for Marino. Marino for Bunch. Now to Engineeri. Lindhorst comes away with it. Whiffs on the pass. Bunch sends it into the corner. Lindhorst on it. Engineeri on him. Cutting through the Ole Miss end into the Tennessee zone now. Tries to center it. Carter comes away with it over for Bunch now off the boards. Bunch beating Paolo. Taken off the puck by Eldridge, but puck still loose behind the net. Paolo trying to send it up. Carline comes away with it. Shepard now for Ole Miss. Sends it cross ice for Doherty. Doherty able to hold, leaves it there for Paolo, who's able to hold the line. Big hit there on Damewood from Shepard. And we've got an offsides call here. 8:28 left as Carter was getting run into the bench by Eldridge and carried offsides.
We'll see what the game plan is here. It seems like everybody's just trying to throw the body right now. But it'll be interesting to see what team lays off a little bit and tries to focus on the offensive side. Because if Tennessee goes up 2 goals here with 8:28 left, it might be game over. Then again, if Ole Miss scores to tie it up, they might gain some momentum.
Ogle sends it in. Pellegrino there to pick it up for Ole Miss. Gives it off to Baker. Baker picked off by King. Fires shot saved there by Troy. Carline on the rebound, unable to put it home. Pellegrino now on Ogle. Chipped down by King. Eldridge on it for Ole Miss. Sends it up for Milson. As it chipped back in. No icing. Eldridge on the puck. Ogle on him. Carline puts a body on Baker. Puck comes free. Pellegrino now. Chips it out. This might be an icing. And it is. 7:45 left here in this third period. Face off to the right of Troy. Magazzini on the draw. Wins it back. Shot fired there by Marino. Whiffs. Shot again. Blocked there by Pellegrino. DeGenova with a shot. Saved there by Troy. Puck still loose in front as Kokoska comes away with it in the neutral zone. Sends it up for Magazzini. He gets it in the zone. Takes a hit from Pellegrino. Almost knocks his helmet off. And another penalty coming up here to Magazzini.
Yep, he's going to be going for giving the elbow there.
Magazzini going to the box. 2 minutes here for cross-checking with 7:20 left in the third.
Oh. Interesting turnout there.
Face off to the left of Shaw. One back by Bunch. DeGenova on it for Tennessee. Loses it to Baker. Baker up to Lindhorst. Lindhorst at the top of the zone. Sends it back down for Baker at the top of the circle. Fires a shot. Saved there. And sent back behind the goal line by Bunch. Bunch able to clear the zone. Lindhorst on it. Across now for Storner. Kokoska on him. And he sends it down. Clearing the zone. Minute 30 left here on the Magazzini Minor. Huey now in the neutral zone sends it over for Lindhorst. Lindhorst trying to send it all the way across for Baker. He's unable to connect. Storner down to Baker, back to Lindhorst. Lindhorst fires a shot, saved there by Shaw 2-3 times, still loose. As Storner's able to put it home on the rebound attempt. Tennessee's head coach visibly upset with that call.
He's upset, but Shaw was doing everything he could there, taking out 2 guys right in front of the net. Don't know where the defense was. Just cleaned right behind the net pass, got right out in front, kind of like their first goal, wide open net.
6:28 left here in the third period, and it's tied at 2. And a penalty coming up again to Tennessee, this time for an unsportsmanlike conduct. As Hale will serve that penalty. The officials are still trying to get everything sorted out. 5-on-4 here for another 2 minutes. Back-to-back penalties. Face-off won by Young for Ole Miss. Shepard now with the puck in the neutral zone. Sends it back down for Eldridge, up to Young. Kick down to Peichel. Peichel over to Eldridge. Up to Young. Young now. Peichel now fires a shot blocked in front by Damewood. Carter on it now. Able to clear. Young now on it. Carter comes away with it again and fires it back down. Minute 20 left on the bench minor. Eldridge now sends it across for Shepard. Damewood plays it down. As Engineer sends it into the Ole Miss end. Eldridge there to pick it up. Eldridge now trying to send it up for Shepard. Got off his skate and back to him. Storner now into the Tennessee end. Bodied there by Bunch. Sends it up to Lindhorst. Lindhorst across for Milson. Milson stumbling a little bit, sends it down for Baker. Baker looking for somebody to pass to. Sends it to Lindhorst. Lindhorst down to Storner. Storner fires a shot, saved there by Shaw. 36 seconds left on the bench minor. Down to Storner. Bodied hard there by Paulhart. Up to Baker. Down to Milson. Back down to Storner. Good defensive play there by Damewood to keep the puck below the goal line. Centered there for Shepard, unable to connect. 17 seconds left here. And Bunch able to clear the zone. And Tennessee's getting a much-needed change after that. 10 seconds now. 4:35 left in the third period. Lindhorst sends it up for Huey. Kokoska on it now for Tennessee. He chips it off the glass. Storner holds the line. And Carter wraps it back down. No icing. Irwin on it for Ole Miss. Wraps it. Carline on it to play for Tennessee. Peichel for Storner. Picked off there by Kokoska. Battle for it now along the near side boards. Storner plays it back down for Irwin. Irwin now up for Peichel as he sends it down behind Shaw. Kokoska on it for Tennessee. Paulau on him. Tied up in the corner. Peichel comes away with it back down to Paulo. Up for Carline. He clears the zone. Ogle now with speed into the Ole Miss end. Fires shot high over Troy. Peichel takes a hit, gets it out of the Ole Miss end though. King on the puck. DeGenova. Takes a hit from Paulo. King wraps it around. Over to Ogle. Ogle ties it up along the boards. Baker comes away with it for Ole Miss. Fires a shot, saved there by Shaw. Carline now with the puck. Sends it for a streaking King. King into the Ole Miss end, fires a shot, blocked there by Eldridge. King regains possession off that rebound. Circles around at the hash marks now, over for Marino. Held in by Damewood. Chips it down for Carline, but Irwin picks it off. Over for Baker now at the half wall. Baker up for Milson. Gets around DeGenova once, but can't do it again. Puck along the far side half wall, just past the Tennessee bench. Huey on it for Ole Miss. Marino takes it from him. Marino knifes it out of the zone. Carline scores! Nick Carline over the glove of Troy, and that's his third of the night.
Sweet Carline. Bum, bum, bum. 3 points on the night for Carline. Just absolutely great vision to get it to him, put it up in the air, comes in, scores 3-2 with 2:41 left.
Three points on the night for Carline. None more important than this one here. 2:38 left here. 2:35 left here in the third period. Puck free in the slot. Magazzini chips it down into the corner. Troy trying to play it, as Lindhorst comes away with it. Drops it down for Whitwer. Lundy on Whitwer. He wraps it for Storner. Big hit there. Peichel unable to control. Young picks it up. Young now to Whitwer. Whitwer through Damewood's skates. Storner comes away with it up to Young. Young fires a shot blocked by Damewood. Carter sends it to the corner. 1:50 left here in this third period. Damewood sends it up for Carter. Carter trying to find a streaking Engineering. Engineering gets to the puck. In the corner now. Drops it to himself off the boards. Eldridge picks it off, and Young comes away with it. Damewood tries to chip it forward. Bunch plays it there with the skate. Shepard comes away with it around Damewood. Leaves it there. Paolo down to Shepard. Shepard loses possession to Carter. Carter chips it out, and they get a change. 1:20 left here in this third period. Eldridge now fires it down off the stick of Shepard and covered up there by Shaw. Minute 15 left in this third period. Score remains 3-2.
Students, make sure to stick around after the game so you can hear the announcement. The winner of Greek Night tonight.
Timeout taken here by Ole Miss, and we will take a timeout as well. Empty net here for Ole Miss. And the Tennessee faithful giving them some words behind the bench. Big face-off here for both teams. King wins it back. DeGenova with it now. Wraps it all the way around. This will go down for an icing. And that's okay. Fresh legs, both teams. And you keep clearing it quick. run the timeout just a little bit. Whistle blown right before the face-off. Face-off won by Ole Miss. Big hit there by DeGenova on Doherty. Oh, and a high stick, blatant high stick there by Doherty. And that's going to be, he's going to be tossed for that. DeGenova hurting on that one. Got him right up under the cage. And we will see how long this penalty is. He should have been tossed. .51 seconds left here, and a 5-minute major to Doherty. Five on four here for the remainder of this game. King to take the face-off, wins it to Carline. Carline chips it down. King plays it there. Takes a hit from Lindhorst. Gets it to Ogle, though. Ogle over to Kokoska. Kokoska winds up, fires a shot. Blocked there by Young. Young chips it out. Kokoska's there to play it. Gets sent all the way down. Shaw there to play it as it bounces on him. .28 seconds remaining here in this third period. An extra 4 seconds added. Face off to the right of Shaw after that whistle. King takes the face off and wins it. Back to Kokoska. Kokoska now chips it out. Empty net. This might have a chance. It goes in. 200 feet for Kokoska. And that'll cement it here with 21 seconds left.
He was doing a little celebration, a little sore like an eagle. May have gotten that from Evgeny Kuznetsov. I mean, just a really good overall finish for the Vols here. Wasn't great hockey from top to finish. They're going to come out of here with a 4-2 win. 21 seconds left here. Good response, especially after that first game on Friday where they just didn't have any answers.
Face-off pushed forward by Geis. Down for Duffy. Shepard comes away with it and sends it out of the zone. 10 seconds now left in this third period. Paul Hart for Tennessee. Wraps it around for Clark. And that'll do it. Game 2 here belongs to the Tennessee Vols. Wonderful ending to this weekend for Vol sports.
Yeah, they definitely needed this one for sure. It was a good series. Obviously, Tennessee didn't show up really good in the first game, but they responded well tonight.
And that'll do it here for us this weekend. Tennessee coming out, split the series with Ole Miss. We will see you next week as we take on the Auburn Tigers in Georgia.
And remember, go Vols.